Christian Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents I've Got Questions, the spiritual practice of having it out with God by Erin Hicks Moon. Foreword by Sarah Bessey. Narrated by Erin Hicks Moon. To my parents, who offered a gospel so rich and real, it made all the false versions easier to kill. Foreword. One of the greatest gifts we offer to one another is the reminder we aren't alone. And that is no small thing for those of us who found ourselves at the threshold of the wilderness, deconstructing everything we thought we knew about God, the universe, the Bible, our communities, our churches, and even ourselves. It can be a snarly, sad, complicated, costly, and even scary experience. We all have our own story of how we landed here. Yours will be unique to you. But throughout all my years alongside folks disentangling their faith, there are two things I've found to be pretty consistent for most of us. This is a profoundly unshepherded stage of faith formation, and it is deeply lonely. I wish that wasn't true, but it usually is. So we go looking for guides and companions. Enter the so-called experts showing up on social media and in church spaces to warn about the dangers and ills of deconstruction, to layer shame and guilt on top of your disorientation and fear, to mock or belittle your very real questions and doubts. Now, in addition to feeling unmoored from everything that you used to know as truth, you wonder if you're broken or bad or even sinful. Or perhaps you find yourself in circles that wish you would just throw out all of it, the bathwater and the baby, when it comes to your Christian faith, telling you that everything about Christianity is wrong and bad and unredeemable. To be honest, there are days when I understand why people land there. I do not believe that God is clutching their pearls over your honest seeking of truth, nor do I think you need to renounce everything you once loved or hoped about God. As my own father told me at a very key crossroad in my own journey, I am not afraid for you. If you're honestly seeking God, you will find God, even if it looks very different than what I've found. So even if folks in your life are convinced that you should just have faith like a child, one of my least favorite misuses of Scripture, because anyone who uses that phrase as shorthand for squashing questions has clearly never spent time with the kid. Or if you are being accused of faithlessness, or even if you're genuinely asking why you bother, you're in the right place. I believe with my whole heart that you've landed here at the invitation of the Spirit. So this isn't the time to panic, nor is it time to pretend to be fine or to rush to new certainties. No, this is the time to fully live into the season of wrestling and questioning and discerning to which the Spirit has called you. Far from a sign of apostasy, I believe your own wilderness season of faith will actually become an altar of intimacy with God and genuine transformation for you. You're in exactly the right place at the right time. You're also deeply held in the love and the welcome and the goodness of God, no matter what you think or don't about penal substitutionary atonement or church attendance or voter guides now. But that good work doesn't happen alone. You were right. You do need companions and guides just as you have needed them in every other stage of your development. And this is the part of the foreword where I take you by the hand and lead you over to my friend Erin Hicks Moon and tell you that this is someone you can trust wholeheartedly for this leg of the journey. You're in good hands. To say that Erin Moon is deeply beloved is as vast an understatement as I can imagine. People love Erin. They love her witty and weird podcast, her internet presence, her newsletter, her books. They love her authenticity, humor, wisdom, curiosity, and resolute kindness. They love her stories, whether sad or hilarious. They adore her quirks and her foibles, her ability to translate complicated theological ideas into actually helpful guidance, her theater kid energy, her questionable taste in movies, and her Texas-sized ability to call bullshit. Of course, I say that people love Erin, but we all know that I also mean Sarah Bessey loves Erin Hicks Moon for those things. But I also love her for her deep faithfulness, her thoughtful compassion, her inclusive, gospel-centered goodness, her truth-telling about how we got here, her refusal to be anyone's hero or guru, and her inimitable voice. I mean, what other spiritual leader do you know who will drop Babysitter Club and Taco Bell Crunchwrap Supreme references alongside beautiful thoughts on resurrection and justice that make you want to rededicate your life to Jesus? As you wrestle with your spiritual inheritance, discerning what to discard and what to hold as precious, Erin...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?